So Manchester City have just beaten Manchester United 2-0 in the semi-final for the Carabao Cup at Old Trafford. And well, I think that score's fair enough. You know, I think that City, over the 90 minutes, looked like they were just at their best, you know, or near back to their best. And if you'd said to me before the game that they played at Stamford Bridge on Sunday, who would have been favourites for this game? Well, easily, I would have said Manchester United. But then having watched City deliver that victory in the way that they did, that just made tonight's game a lot more interesting in the sense that you just wondered, you know, if City were back at their best. And the way that they started the game today, it was just incredible. Just absolutely incredible. The quality of the passing and the rhythm of the passing, it was back. And I was thinking a few weeks ago when I was watching City that it just looked a bit like the players had become complacent almost. And, you know, almost bored of winning and upholding the standards that they'd issued previously. But since Sunday, it's just, you know, it's like they've just flicked a switch. And now they're back to their usual selves. Quick, sharp passing that's hard to deal with. And that's exactly what they've come here and done today. Now, I think United didn't play too bad, to be fair. I think they dealt with City's constant pressure and managed it quite well in the first half. You know, of course, City came close with Kevin De Bruyne hitting the post. But I think United, front three, looked dangerous too, you know, with Martial, Pogba and Rashford. But we just couldn't get that goal. And overall, I don't think any of the players could come out of that game and say we deserve to win. I think we played against a really good side. And of course, that first set-piece goal was really disappointing to give away. Really disappointing. It's just such a preventable goal, you know, and as soon as it was scored, you could tell it just swung the momentum of the game. And like I say, yeah, it was very preventable. It was a brilliant ball by Foden towards the back post, but I think it was Rashford and Pogba. They just didn't follow it in, and then as soon as it goes close to the post, it's game over. Maguire, he just doesn't notice Stones, and from there, it's an easy tap in for it. I thought there was quite a few of our players today, you know, they didn't turn up. And now, I don't mean that in a sense that they were crap, but they just weren't able to execute a lot of, you know, shots or goal opportunities, should I say. Like Martial, for example, he had a few, you know, where really should be scoring. I remember there was a Bruno Fernandes chance in the second half where he got past it in the box and, you know, he's just over the bar and you just think to yourself, like, could you do better than that? Like, you know, you've scored from further out than that. So I do feel like in some instances we were a little bit unlucky, but for the most part, just City completely deserved to win the match. You know, absolutely. And I hate to admit that, but I will be the first to admit that, you know. I try to be as unbiased as possible, and I think that I'm quite an unbiased United fan, but I do have to give a lot of credit to the Manchester City defence, you know, mainly John Stones and Ruben Diaz, mainly Ruben Diaz. He was a rock for them today. He was an absolute rock, and their defence kept our attack quite quiet. You know, they dealt with us quite well, and you've got to look at that and think, look, that is what a good defence will do. Now, there is a very famous, you know, Sir Alex Ferguson quote that attack wins your games, defence wins your titles, and it's true. It is absolutely true. Now, if you look at Manchester United right now and you think, okay, what department do we need to improve on? Even a blind man would know, you know, it's defence. And I don't know if that made much sense. It probably didn't, but our defence is just woeful. It is absolutely crap. And to be fair, I've had enough. I've had enough now. It is so obvious that Harry Maguire and Victor Lindelof, that pairing, does not work. It does not work. Harry Maguire is, look, there's words I'm not gonna say. Right? I'm not gonna say because they're not very nice, and I'm trying to be positive. Right? But he's not great. Okay, he's not great, and look, it's not his fault that he got, you know, sold for 80 million. He can't help what he gets sold at. But you'd think, why are we spending 80 million on a defender that can barely do, you know, the basics, the basics of defending? Okay, and Victor Lindelof, he's okay, right? He's not amazing. I think our best centre-back is Eric Bailly. I really do. I said it in my match preview, and I'll scream it forever. Eric Bailly, when fit, is our best defender. He loves to defend. Harry Maguire, Victor Lindelof, compared to him, it's like they're scared of defending. Why are you scared of defending? Your job is to defend, right? And I've gone a bit off course here, but what I'm trying to say is look at Ruben Diaz. That is a good defender, and I think he was 20 mil less than Harry Maguire. You know what else makes it funny is our scouts. Before we signed Harry Maguire, we were looking at either Ruben Diaz or Harry Maguire. Which one did we sign? Harry Maguire. And it's just, it's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. We need a good defender to go with Bailly. Now, look, I was a bit pissed off that he dropped him today. I don't understand why he's dropped him. I really don't understand why he dropped Eric Bailly for Victor Lindelof. Look, Lindelof is suffering with back problems, right? He played today, and I can guarantee you he's still suffering with back problems. And, you know, of course, he's just had, you know, an injection to get through the pain. Why would you do that? And I understand Eric Bailly's very injury prone, but look, he's played 4 games. Has it been 4 games in a row? I think it's 4 games in a row. He's played 4 games in a row and he's fine. So why just not play him? Okay, what makes no sense? Makes 0 sense. And Aaron Wan-Bissaka, I don't want to speak about Aaron Wan-Bissaka, right? Because I don't think he's a very good right back. Look, I've opened my eyes, and I don't think he's a very good right back. Okay, he's great at tackling, but there's a lot more to the game of a full back than just tackling. We need a new right back, I think, and left back. Luke Shaw, I don't think he played amazing today, but also I don't think he played terribly bad. That makes no sense. I don't think he played bad. I don't know why I said terribly, but we need a new centre-back. Just Harry Maguire is not good enough for me. Look, I'm not going to say any more on the defence because, you know, seriously, could make a whole video just ranting about how we need a new defence and who I'd like to buy. But right now, you know, we've got what we've got. Hopefully in this January transfer window, we, you know, do a bit of business. I think we do need to, but of course with Manchester United, who knows? You know, who knows? We probably won't buy anything, but you know, the point I've been trying to make for the past 6 minutes is Ruben Diaz has made a massive difference to not just City, but John Stones as well. I remember we all thought John Stones, you know, when he kept making mistakes, he was like, oh shit, you know, he's never going to be a regular. But now he's looking world class, and that's what can happen when you get a good centre-back, a leader who can, you know, orchestrate that back line. And, you know, we don't have that. And to be honest, I think it's quite insulting that Maguire's the captain. Sorry, I'm not going to say anything else on the matter. But yeah, new defence is needed. And I won't go as far as to say that, you know, City humbled us. But, you know, I think this is a wake-up call, I think, because it just shows that, you know, we're not quite where we need to be. I think we do need to make more signings. And we are second in the league. So, of course, I hope that this game doesn't ruin the momentum that we've had. I hope, you know, they still feel confident because we've got Burnley next, which is our game in hand. And if we win that, then we are 3 points clear at the top spot, which is absolutely crazy. Because if you'd said to me, you know, when I made the Brighton video, long season ahead, you know, in a couple of months, mate, you're going to be sat second, you know, just 3 points off the top leaders. On the same points as Liverpool. I wouldn't have believed you. I'd have said there's no way. But, you know, here we are. So I really hope that this game hasn't affected us too much. Another semi-final that we're out of, you know, this is becoming quite a theme. I'm not a fan of it. I'm really not a fan of it because we need trophies now. Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's the Carabao Cup. You know, people will be like, oh, it's only the Carabao Cup. Doesn't matter. A trophy is a trophy, and that's what players want to win. That's what us as fans want to see. We want to see our team lifting trophies. So, you know, we're gonna have to sort something out. It's getting ridiculous now how it's 4 semi-finals that we've bottled. And it doesn't help when, you know, players like Bruno Fernandes, who I'm going to slate a little bit here because he didn't do a whole lot, you know, let's be real here, he didn't do a whole lot. And again, a recurring theme with Bruno Fernandes in big games, he doesn't seem to do a lot. And I think it's because sometimes he tries just too hard to be the hero. You know, he's trying to pull off these 40-yard passes, which, don't get me wrong, he does have in his locker. He can pull them off. But sometimes it's just, you know, the simple pass that, you know, could lead to a goal. Just the simple pass that would be the better option. But no, I just feel like he's always trying a bit too hard to look fancy. And, you know, you could say the same with Pogba. Pogba does the same. There was an example yesterday, even there was an example, even the commentator said, I think it was Gary Neville who said it, but it just sometimes, he could have put Martial in, but instead, you know, he tried to do the fancy pass to the far post and it didn't work. So I think players just need to chill out a little bit, take the easier options, and, you know, who knows, maybe that will help. But of course, disappointing to lose, but I can't, there's no room for complaint. The better team won, like I'm going to title the video, and tough pill to swallow, of course, but hopefully we can go in our next game against Burnley, pick up 3 points, and then be top of the league for a little bit. Who knows how long that's going to last. But yeah, thanks for watching this this match review. Come on, United, don't let it get our heads down. I'll see you on my next video.